Welcome back to my Glory to Jaw channel. So this video is about, how demons enter through you. There are three ways they enter through you. They enter through you through your senses, what you watch, what you listen to, of course what you speak. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So this video is basically going to be what you watch. I'm going to show you my movie collection. So here's our movie collection, right? I don't know if you guys can see it. Now you may think this is a lot, but I used to have thousands more, right? So I got rid of a lot of movies. So here's some more movies that I have here that I need to get rid of. So here's our small biblical collection here. Sixth Sense. We all know this movie came out in 1999, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Really good movie. I used to like it a lot. I liked it more than my brother did. But yeah, it's kind of a ghost story. It's a boy who sees dead people and talks to dead people. It's a twist at the end, right? Now, for me, I can watch like slasher movies like Halloween and stuff like that. But as far as like anything supernatural, I can't really watch anymore. So a lot of this movie's no good. I'm probably going to sell that. Live and Let Die. James Bond movie. This one came out in '73. I don't know. I can't remember who directed it. But this movie has to do, as you can see, the back has to do a lot of voodoo and stuff like that. They got like a Kofi kind of a reference there. But it has a lot to do with voodoo and stuff like that. So I have to get rid of this movie too. The whole thing is that these movies, right, they give you bad luck. If you're walking a narrow path and you watch movies like this, or even if you have it, let's say you can never watch movies like this again, the fact that you still have it weighs you down. It stops you from your spiritual growth. Here's another movie, a classic. I used to think this is it's considered one of the greatest movies of all time. Starring Marilyn Monroe, directed by Billy Wilder, Something Like a Hot. This movie's about two musicians who they have to dress up like women to run away from the mob, from a crime that they witnessed. Already the story is a pretty good story, already you're hooked. You want to know how it happens, right? And I would have kept this movie. I kept it for a long time. I should have got rid of it my first time I was getting rid of stuff, but it was hard because the story is so good, and it's a comedy too, but I can't support guys dressing up as women. I mean, I know they're trying to hide from the mob to save their lives, but it's kind of, I can't support that type of thing. So this one's going to be sold as well. Let's see. Let's go a little scan through here. Let's kind of scan through these movies here. I don't see anything else. I guess one of my all-time favorite movies of all time, Taxi Driver. This one was another hard one I had to get rid of. This one directed by Martin Scorsese. This one came out in '76. And really hard, because I used to love this movie. And one of the reasons why I love this movie. Well, let me tell you about the story of this movie real quick. This story is about an ex-Vietnam veteran named Travis Bickle who he can't sleep at night, suffers from insomnia, he has to go to porno theaters, and eventually what happens is he saves this young girl from prostitution. She's a young girl prostitute. He saves this young girl who's a prostitute from a pimp, so yeah, the presence alone, even though he's an anti-hero, he's kind of I guess he's an anti-hero, but it's a lot, and it's definitely a movie that captures the 1970s, but it's not a film that I should have in my library, so unfortunately this one's going to have to be sold as well. I can't support movies like that too either. And then to give you guys proof, right? To give you guys proof that I'm going to sell it, when I sell these movies, I'm gonna record it. Let me back this camera up. to give you guys proof about these movies. When I sell it, I'm going to record that I'm selling it to give you proof that I'm selling these movies to show that I'm not a fraud. So anyway, going back, Warriors is good. Ghostbusters, questionable. I may have to watch it again to see, even though, well, this is an animated show, so that one's debatable. But I do have Ghostbusters here. Temple of Doom's kind of debatable too. Ghostbusters, a group of scientists opened up their own ghostbusting business. And I hate the marketing. They never have Winston. They never have Winston on the marketing. I don't know why. Anyway, even though he wasn't a scientist or anything, this is a classic. This is one of my favorites as well. I'm going to watch it one more time to see. But more than likely, it might end up going because it's supernatural. You know, it's supernatural. The good thing is that they bust all the ghosts, but this one's questionable. This one's debatable. Oh, this is another one. 1942. Ghostbusters came out in 84. Anniversary movie. But here's another one. Cat People. 1982. No, I'm sorry. Not 1942. There was a remake in 82. That one was made by, what's that guy's name? Paul Schrader directed Cat People 82. But this one's Cat People 42. And this one's very supernatural. It's about a woman who turns into a cat, basically. Turns into a cat. But, yeah, this one may have to go, too. This one's hard because I really enjoyed that movie, too. Some of them I do enjoy. I guess the only monster movie I like is King Kong, if you count that as a monster movie, which it kind of is, you know. Very few, but at least it's not like supernatural. So I can watch monster movies, but not supernatural monster movies. Jaws itself isn't. I don't think I have Jaws Revenge. I don't have the original Jaws. I need to get the original Jaws. I'll probably get that next year for its anniversary. But Jaws is another one of those movies. It's a monster movie, but it's not. It's not supernatural. Anything supernatural. That's the stuff I'm looking at here. I have some of these others. It's hard, right? Like, for instance, Frankenstein. This is another one. This one came out in 1931. This is another classic, right? Everyone knows the story of Frankenstein. Mad scientist creates a monster that terrorizes a town, right? But this movie, it's a monster movie, but I can let it slide because it's not necessarily supernatural. You know, it's not like it's Dracula, right? It's Frankenstein. So it's a little bit something that can slide. That one can slide, right? You know, I was even Chucky, Child's Play. I love that movie, right? Well, used to love it, but that's supernatural. It's about a doll who changes, a man who is placed in a doll's body, a serial killer who's some type of witchcraft has been done, and he's been placed in a doll's body. So you gotta really dig deep in some of these stories here. Here's another one, right? I think I saw it. Psycho is actually a slasher movie. Psycho is a slasher movie, so it kind of gets a pass, and you don't even see the killing. You see, even though there's killing, it's not detailed. So, Psycho stays. Psycho stays. Yeah. But I'm very, Alien. Here's another one. Here's another one I have in my library. 1979. Classic movie, great movie. But here's a problem I have with Alien. It's it's more of a monster movie, but you got to understand from a spiritual standpoint, aliens, just like mermaids, are demons. They're demons from outer space. They're demons from the universe, which people like to praise. And, mermaids are demons too. That's why I don't have The Little Mermaid, even though I do like that movie. It's probably one of my favorite Disney movies. I don't have it because it's, mermaids consist of the marine spirits. They're demons from the marine underworld. Shape of Water I have to relook at it. I have to relook at this one. This one came out in 2016 or 2018. Let me double check. One of the two. Either I think it came out 2018. And this one is kind of a monster movie a little bit, but I have to relook at it. It reminds me of that one movie that came out in the 1950s. I can't remember what year. I want to say Swamp Thing or something like that. But there was a movie that came out that was very similar in the 1950s. That's when the monster movies were at its peak, was in the 50s. But, yeah. Halloween. That's another one. That's another one. But once again, Halloween is a slasher movie. So this walk is baby steps for me. So maybe sometime in the future, maybe a few years from now, maybe I'll start to get rid of slasher movies. But for now, monster movies is what... Supernatural monster movies is what I'm getting rid of right now. So maybe in time I can get rid of slasher movies. But for now, that's where I'm at right now. So if you follow this channel, if you follow this video, you're going to see my growth, you know. And hopefully that'll motivate other people to see growth. The Fly is a monster movie too. This one's kind of debating. Now The Thing, which came out in '82, is similar to The Fly, but The Thing is just a little bit too gory. The Thing is a little bit too monster. The Fly kind of gets that way towards the end. Towards the end of the film, it does get that way. But I may have to rewatch this one. But more than likely, I'm probably going to sell The Fly. More than likely. More than likely. But for now, I only want to put it back. I just put it aside for now. I believe that's it as far as my monster movies, supernatural monster movies go. I don't see anything else here that I would want to get rid of. As you can see, if you see something, point it out, please. Leave a comment and point it out if you see anything on here. Sunset Boulevard, Gun Crazy, The Birds. Yeah, everything else is good. It sucks, right? Because I actually meant to mention about this movie here, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. This one was the first indie movie I watched. I thought it was the original, the first one. And technically it is, because it's a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. But this one has a lot of dark tales to it. It has a lot of black magic voodoo attached to it as well. So this one's kind of questionable if I want to keep this film, if I want to keep this movie or not. So I just want to put this out there too. I may have to watch it again to see if I want to keep it. But yeah. You know, I'm out. Before I came out to LA, I was a film buff. You know, I was into filmmaking. I wanted to be a filmmaker because it was my dream. It's a lifelong dream. You know, I've been wanting to make movies since I was like 10 years old. And I started making. I wasn't working or anything. I was kind of poor growing up. So instead of having a video camera like I'm doing now, I would draw. I would draw the images, put them on a book, and make stories like that. And I still have the books. I was actually able to put the books back on Pinnacle and make them digital. I made the books into a digital story book. So yeah. But when I came out here, I realized it wasn't what it was cut out to be, you know. And I did a few things I shouldn't have done, which allowed me to kind of be stuck here, unfortunately. But, you know, the Bible says before you become wise, you must first become a fool. So, yeah, I was definitely a fool by doing some of the things I shouldn't have done. But, you know, Yahweh will always find a way for you, always make a way, always make it work out for you. So if you just constantly believe in Him and trust in Him, He'll work with you. He'll work with you. But anyway, that's my movie collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, I'm going to proof that I'm going to sell it. It's going to have a second part to this video showing me selling the videos that I picked out. But in the meantime, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. God bless.